What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another segment of Dribble It Out. Today we're going to be talking about how does Carmelo fit with the Houston Rockets. Now let's get started. If you don't already know, Carmelo Anthony officially signed with the Houston Rockets. Now what's trending right now is the fact that everybody's talking about, is he going to fit with the Rockets? How does he fit? Should he come off the bench? And yada, yada, yada. However, one thing we need to note is that Carmelo Anthony is still a great player. A lot of people are judging him, rightfully so, based on his last performance with the OKC Thunder, because you are as good as your last performance. He's still a great player, even in his 15th year, and he has a lot of tools in his arsenal that he can use to benefit the Houston Rockets. But all of this depends on how he fits with the team based on how he chooses to do so. Is he going to listen to coaching, whether it is to start or to come off the bench? How's he going to work with his teammates around him? You can't sit here and just dribble and not pass the ball. You have to play with a team. That's why they say there's no I in team. So if Carmelo Anthony works within the system that DAntoni will put in place, then I believe he would fit perfectly fine. We have to remember this. 2 seasons ago, Mike D'Antoni turned James Harden into a point guard. A lot of people were like, whoa, how are you going to make James Harden a point guard? He's a 2 guard, blah, blah. Mike D'Antoni made it happen. James Harden was also willing to be coached into it happening. Fast forward to last season with the 65-win Rockets, people were asking, how is Chris Paul and James Harden both going to play together? They're both ball dominant guys. This, and that. All the naysayers got shush, and they were able to make it happen. But this was all because the coach designed something. The players went along with it. Chris Paul and James Harden worked a lot during the offseason to get chemistry going, playing a lot of pickup games in LA. And all these things translated into a successful season and a successful run in the playoffs, which took the Warriors to 7 games. And I always say, I believe that had Chris Paul not gone down, we could have had the Rockets in the finals. So because of these factors, I believe Mike D'Antoni will create something with his coaching staff and stuff like that to make it happen. However, Carmelo needs to be on board, whether that is with Carmelo starting and taking Ariza's spot, because Ariza is now in the Suns, or coming off the bench, which I believe Carmelo should be able to start perfectly fine. Another reason, and the main reason why I believe Carmelo Anthony will fit with the Houston Rockets, it's because of Chris Paul. Now, Chris Paul is one of the few remaining true point guards in the league, and he is a general on the floor and a great leader. His leadership can help on and off the court, because Carmelo Anthony and Chris Paul are great friends, and off the court, meaning on the sidelines or anything that's not during the game, Chris Paul can rally up the troops. They can gather something together. Like I said, Chris Paul is the one who initiated with James Harden last season, so they can start building a chemistry together. Don't be surprised if you start seeing videos of Melo, CP3, Harden, and anybody else from the Rockets playing pickup games in gyms and stuff. And on the court, I'm sure Chris Paul will figure out how to distribute the ball to everybody, because James Harden got his shots last season and got a whole bunch of points. Chris Paul himself got his own shots, and I'm sure he'll pick the pocket and the exact place where to place Carmelo Anthony, whether it's shooting from the 3, going down in the post, or shooting that mid-range jumper. Whatever the case is, Chris Paul is a student of the game, and he's gonna make it happen, and he's gonna get everybody involved and everyone their fair share of shots. Not to mention, he ain't no ball hog, so if he knows that somebody else is getting hot, he'll pass that ball to him. Now, Carmelo Anthony tends to be a ball hogger, so I'm sure that's the part where off the court, Chris Paul tells him, hey, pass the ball a little more. So for those 2 reasons, I believe the Houston Rockets and Carmelo Anthony can coexist and can have success together. However, Carmelo Anthony has to be willing to follow leadership and be on board, because at the end of the day, it's not about me and my stats and everything I do. It's about everything we can achieve together. So those are my thoughts. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you think Carmelo Anthony is a good fit for the Houston Rockets, and should he come off the bench or be a starter? Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Consider subscribing if you haven't already for more content like this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.